Okay, so today we're going to be working on one of our final grades, and that is learning how to do a presentation in Google Slides. Similar to what you learned about Excel and Sheets being similar, Slides and PowerPoint are very similar. And there's several other presentation type tools such as Prezi. Prezi's a little bit more flashy one that I like, but for pretty basic presentation that's easy to share and is saved in the cloud, Slides gets the job done. So from your classroom page, there's a couple of ways you can get to Sheets or to Slides. One is to go up here and click on your waffle and click on Slides. You can also open a new tab and just type in slides.google.com. And once you do that, the internet's already running slow this morning, so it's going to be an awesome day. You want to go up here and you can look at the different templates if you want to, but to really just start a new presentation, you can click blank, you can click slides, but I'm going to click plus blank. And for the purposes of what you need to do for this requirement, you're going to need to make a slideshow with at least 6 slides, and I'm going to walk through and show you my slides. You don't have to do them with the same theme that I do, but you do have to have at least 6 slides. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go through and title this 3P because you're putting in your class period, Snell, and final presentation. And then you can go over here and look at the different themes and pick whatever theme you want. Remember back to your good and bad slideshow presentation. Don't pick something that is not appealing.
Mr. Stickle, call the office.
And you can just kind of scroll down through here and see which ones you might like. Pick any theme you want. I'm going to pick this one. And so the first thing it says to do is click to add title. So the title of your spreadsheet is going to be what I learned. Remember, it's a title, so you're going to use capitalization in computer apps. And you're going to add your name down here. Okay, so we've got our first slide done. Now, how do we add another slide? You can do that in multiple ways. You can do new, and actually you can't do that, just kidding. You can go here and right click on it and you can click new slide. If you had the same thing on there and you liked the format of it, you could duplicate the slide. Be careful about deleting slides. So this time we'll click new slide, and like I said, we're going to have 6 slides, so I'm actually going to go through and I'm going to add in all of the slides right away so that I can make sure that they're all there. Now, one of the other things that you may want to do is you could leave the format like this. If you want to change the layout of it, here are some different layout options for you. If you wanted to change the theme of it, you decided, I don't really like that theme anymore. I don't like that yellow. You could go through and click change theme, and it'll change the theme on all of your slides. So the second slide is going to be topics I learned about. Now, this is specific to what you learned about. So I am going to put stuff that is made up, and I hope that you do not put this in your spreadsheet, because then that means that you truly weren't paying attention to this. But topics I learned about might be cats, dogs, horses. I want to say poop. I don't know why, probably because my daughter hadn't pooped yet this morning. But I want at least 3 to 5 or more topics that you learned about. Now, I would keep it under 6 to 7, just because if you think back to your bad presentations, too much information on a page is bad. And you should also think about whether this needs to be bulleted. The font, is it easy to read? Is that too small? I'm going to tell you that it probably is too small, and you probably need to do something about that. So first slide, or second slide, is topics I learned about. Third slide is going to be topic I enjoyed most. And I'm going to show you guys my finished slide as an example. But right now I'm just trying to show you how to build it. Back to this. If you want to add some bullets in, you can go up here and click on more, and you can see that there's bullets here, and there's also different bulleting options. Okay, so if you want to bullet, and you probably should, here are your different bulleting options. Okay, topic I enjoyed most. I'm going to put horses. We didn't learn about horses. Do not put horses. And a couple of things that you have to have in this presentation. Like I said, it has to be at least 6 slides, and I'm going to go through and give you the title of those 6 slides. It has to have at least one picture and or graphic. It has to have at least one hyperlink, and it has to have at least one video. So you're going to be adding all of these things in. So let's say that I wanted to add a picture about horses. Hopefully you remember from your docs exploration that the tools has this cool explore tool. And so over here under explore, I can click and I can put horses, not horsers. And it gives me, information about horses, but what I really want is an image of horses. So I want to put this image of horses here. And that's way too big for my spreadsheet. So I need to go through and I need to change that. Okay. And you remember from your good and bad presentation, you want to make sure that it's visually appealing. So something like that is not visually appealing. You need to spend some time utilizing the tools that you have. Now, if you notice those red lines on the screen currently, help you center things, help you look at the way that it should look. If I go too far over here to the right, it's kind of like, man, that's not a good idea. So it's coming back and it's helping me kind of center it where I need it to be. So that looks a good place right there. So I'm going to leave it as horses. Fourth screen needs to be what are horses? So whatever thing you said that you enjoyed learning most about, I want you to define it here. So remember, we can go to tools, define. You don't have to use the define tool. I'm kind of just using that as reference. But let's say that you want, in my final product, I'm using Screencastify. And so all I'm really doing is saying, what is Screencastify? So I'm going to say, what are horses? And let's actually see. I want to go back because this is where I put in my hyperlink. I'm going to put horses in Kentucky. And for my definition, horses are beautiful creatures that are world renowned in Kentucky. And if you're laughing at me because I can't spell creatures, I promise you I misspelled it incorrectly. I'm going to put, you can find out about horses in Kentucky through our tourism. So, and I'm putting in our tourism because I want to insert a hyperlink here, and I'll show you that in the next video.